YouTube, hi Instagram, and
Hi,
hello Facebook. Welcome to our weekly discussion where we talk about American Horror Story Season 2. This will be Episode 2, The Morning After. So, shall we recap the episode a little bit?
Sure.
Let's do that. So, we start out with Emily, who is just kind of walking around and kind of doing stuff, and then she hears kind of like Michael's there. And I kind of forget about the beginning of the episode a little bit.
Wasn't important.
Wasn't important. The important parts that really did happen was kind of like
they had sex.
The snakes came in. That's what happened first. These snakes come in, and it's kind of like, oh my goodness, these snakes are alive. How are they alive? And like Kathy Bates is kind of like, oh, they've been playing in the ground for so long that that's how they live. And I'm like, I don't believe that. And then
they showed no signs of infection.
No signs of infection. So they decided to make some snake soup
because they're hungry
and they want some good protein. But little shocker, the snakes come back to life in the soup.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They've cooked them. They've chopped them up and cooked them. And as they're eating, they take it off and the snakes are alive. And
how does that happen?
Coincidentally, little, what's his name? Langdon,
the Antichrist. We believe the Antichrist. He comes into the dining room going kind of like, hey guys, what's up? I'm Langdon, by the way.
What a coincidence that the snakes came back to life as soon as he walked in. Who else was able to make things come back to life?
Witches.
From another episode, season?
The witches.
From Coven?
The Coven. So that's
I wonder if there's any correlation
because if you actually remember the Coven, Misty Day, she always had a power resurgence. She's able to take something that's dead and bring it back to life. So resurrection, you know,
like Jesus Christ.
That's that guy. You know, that's a famous one. You know, but so I believe that kind of like Langdon is a witch, maybe more of a warlock, wizard,
or the devil,
in
charge of all the witches.
The devil has some pretty sick ass powers.
It would make sense why serpents were coming back to life.
Yes, through the ground, where hell is from, underground. So that was interesting, and so then Langdon goes kind of like, hey guys. You know, like, I have this cool-ass bunker you guys can all go to, or you guys can all stay here.
And die. Painfully and slowly.
But I am the master who gets to actually figure out who's going to come on in. So who wants to go first to actually have these interviews? And by the way, if you want to stay here and you don't get in, I'm going to give you, like, some little suicide pills for when, like, anything bad happens.
That's
okay?
Nice.
So let's all be on board. You know?
Yeah. And so he says we are going to interview each and every one of you. And then the prima donna hair girl, what's her name? Oh, Coco is like, I paid like $1 trillion to be here, and I shouldn't have to be interviewed. I paid my way here, so I am not going to be interviewed. And he's like,
and Michael's just like,
that's your choice. But if you're not interviewed, you stay here and die.
So many people are like, I volunteer as tribute.
Yeah, that was so funny. She was like, what is this, the Hunger Games?
Yeah.
And Evan Peters is like, I volunteer to be interviewed first. I was like, no, you should have said I volunteer as tribute.
You should have said that one.
That's my biggest pet peeve of the entire episode. Everything else makes perfect sense.
I'm sorry that upset you.
It did. I'm a big Hunger Games
fan. We're going to tweet Ryan Murphy after this.
Yeah.
We should. No, come on.
Come on, Katniss, man.
Come on.
Anyway,
so after that,
he interviews
him, and they have an interesting conversation about kind of like,
being gay.
Like, one thing Landon says to Peter Evans is like, do not lie to me. If you lie to me, I will know because
he's
I am the freaking warlock devil. He's a warlock devil. And so
I'm the Antichrist.
And what they say about kind of like, like,
he was like, tell me about yourself and stuff. And he's like, I'm gay, but I can still procreate. I had a sex with a girl in college or high school once. And he was like, that's beside the point. We don't even need you to have sex with women. We just need wombs, yes, to like put the seed in. But we don't necessarily
have the technology to.
He basically said we just need things from you, but you don't necessarily have to have sex with them in order to impregnate them. So that I think is an important thing to remember that he said.
They have the technology.
Basically.
I don't know.
But that's basically what he said. Yeah. There are other ways to impregnate a woman than using a man.
To actually have kind of like the full
intercourse, other than having intercourse.
Yes,
so I think that's an important thing to remember. And then he starts coming on. Evan Peters' character starts coming on to Langdon, and Langdon is like, I think we're done now.
Get out.
And then Evan Peters goes into his bedroom, and then the full-on latex man comes in.
Rubber Man going all the way back to Murder House. Here it is. One of the first connections to where we're going to cross over the seasons. Season 3 and Season 1 equals Season 8. And first one we're actually going to see from it is Rubber Man.
Yes.
So he and Rubber Man and Evan Peters just go at it.
Well, Evan Peters thinks that this is Langdon.
Yes.
So he's like, ho, so you did want this.
Did you pack this in your luggage?
Yeah. So
there's so much good stuff.
He's like taking it up the ass. And his Nana comes in.
Sweet grandmama!
Sees this happening. Nana, she's like, oh my! And then she leaves. And so they don't know that she saw. But she decides to go tell on him because she wants to be one of the few that get to go on to the safe house. And she just basically gives up her own grandson. And the thing that was interesting about the interview with Evan Peters is that Langdon wanted to know, tell me like your dark secrets. Like, who do you hate? What makes you angry? You hate your Nana, don't you? And he's just like, how do you even know about that? He's like, I want to hear the real you. You want her to suffer.
Maybe it's like you're able to read minds. You're able to see kind of like exactly what's going on.
In Harry Potter, that's called oculency.
Okay, but it's not Harry Potter.
It could be. There's wishes.
It's the Hunger Games. Okay, have you not been paying attention?
By the way, Langdon, I'm just gonna start calling him like Brad Pitt from Interview with Vampire because that's exactly what he looks like.
I mean, honestly, he actually does look like kind of like it's supposed to be Vivian, the mom from season 1 Murder House, and Tate's kid. So he's got the mama's hair and his.
And I really like him as an actor. Actually, like he kind of plays it a little over the top, but I like that.
Oh, I think he's amazing.
Yeah,
I think this guy's gonna also get nominated for an Emmy, maybe even a Golden Globe for this because it's just perfect. I feel his little spiel when he's talking to Sarah Paulson about kind of like, oh, my way over here, I saw a mother carrying her child, and she had 2 kids. One of them was obviously dead, and the other one she begged me to kill him. And
so he didn't have to suffer a slow and painful death.
And Sarah Paulson's like, did you? And he's just like, no.
Of course not.
I'm Satan. I want you to live in misery and not do you a single
So I think he's
favor.
trying to find people who want that collective idea. And then, so basically the top witch bitches take Evan Peters and they string him up in this like torture sex chamber, it seemed like to him, because he was enjoying it. And they start whipping him and they're like, tell the truth, and he's
Who was that rubber man?
Who was the rubber latex man? And he's just like, I will never tell you. And then Langdon comes in afterwards and he's like, hey man, like, you're welcome. I didn't rat you out. And Langdon's like, that wasn't me. And he's like, yeah, right.
I think that was you.
Yeah. And Langdon is like, no. And by the way, like, fuck you. I wouldn't fuck you if you were the last man on earth. And Evan Peters is like, what? And then the latex man comes back and he's like, ha, I knew it was you. And then he's like, about to have sex with them.
He realized kind of like, oh, this must be Langdon. He's trying to play me. I'm going to play him. So I'm going to stab him in the stomach.
Yeah, he goes to like kill him,
but little does he know.
Why does he try to kill him? Just because he's mad that he wouldn't have sex with him?
I think he's just, upset that kind of like, you broke me down. You made me see who I really am and my anger and my issues. And you made me spill my true soul and like secrets to you. And now you're going to turn around and like figuratively screw me kind of thing. Oh, got messages. Oh my God, it was crazy, right?
Camille. This is Camille from camp.
Oh, hello, Camille from camp. I'm Julia from non-camp. Yes.
It was crazy. Yes, it was.
It was crazy.
I think it was pretty crazy.
But right then, while he's stabbing Rubber Man, he looks up and Michael Langdon's right there in the doorway.
Hey man, what are you doing?
And he looks down, and who is he killing? Nana! Okay, so obviously there's like some symbolic thing going on there, like the Rubber Man could get into your mind.
Nana is dead, which I think was really funny because she kept talking about how she couldn't die and she was going to outlive everyone, and then she literally gets murdered in the same episode. It's like karma.
I mean,
ironic.
I knew that Joan Collins wouldn't last that long because she only signed up for a couple episodes anyway. We will be seeing her probably more in flashbacks.
And I'm wondering who the man in the rubber suit is. Is it Tate from season?
Oh, I got a theory. A theory. Okay, so yes, I believe it's Tate. I believe Michael Landon went back to the murder house. And oh my goodness, this is so bad. Went back to the murder house, and sorry guys, I'm just so popular. He went back. So Michael Landon went back to the murder house where he wants to see his father, and also his mother's still there in spirits. So what I believe is that he used a spell, which is what the girls from the coven used in one episode to release the Axeman. So even though people can die in the house, there are spells to actually release him out into the world. So I believe that was Tate, and I believe Michael has some mystical, magical powers. He's the Antichrist. Probably a lot of dope stuff he can do. And he probably kind of like, hey, Dad, come along with me, and we'll go, always be my shadow.
You missed who's Cassandra?
Oh, hi, Cassandra.
You missed my shower, but now I'm interested in who the man in the rubber suit.
You should watch American Horror Stories and actually follow along and know exactly what I'm talking about. I miss you too.
You know her, right? Because otherwise that's really
Cassandra.
Creepy. Okay. You missed my shower. Oh, baby shower. I thought she meant physical shower. I was like, I think you have a stalker.
I didn't miss your shower. I was in with you in the shower. Anyway, but that's just my theory about the Rubber Man is Tate. And I believe that Michael brought his father with them to kind of like mess with all these people. So I believe they used the power of release, like they release the
power of Christ compels you.
And so that is a man in the rubber suit. It's crazy to think about that. This is kind of like, we are kind of like getting cross circles with the murder house and the coven.
Cross circles.
Yeah, cross circles with the murder house and coven. It's happening. It's crazy.
It's creating an X inside of a circle.
That's what's happening.
Cross circle.
So, and then towards the end of the episode, which is another thing that I want to point out really fast.
Yeah, what are they? So they were having, so the couple that is like secretly having a kiss once a week, they have sex, which is like forbidden. But we also found out in this episode that she made that up. The head witch bitch made up that they were not allowed to have sex. Because, well, whatever. She was a witch in the coven. You guys have some messages on YouTube.
Oh, we have messages on YouTube.
I don't know.
We don't see your messages on YouTube, and we are sorry about this.
Actually, I don't. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Facebook.
Sorry, Cassandra.
I'm not able to see them on YouTube. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
So sorry. Right, yeah, it's not working on YouTube.
But honestly, if we do reply, we will always reference them back the next time. Did
we have any comments from last time that we can reference back to?
We got to talk about more stuff, though.
Oh, yeah, we're not done yet. Okay. Sorry. We'll go over last episode's comments at the end.
Yes.
If you can put the questions in Facebook or Instagram, we'll be able to see them. But for some reason, YouTube is not working with us right now. And it seems like 2 people just left from YouTube. Maybe they're going to tack on to Instagram or Facebook instead. Someone asked you to talk about Kathy Bates.
We will. We're getting there.
Android Westworld. Who was that? Who asked that, Katie?
Let's just move.
Okay.
Because we got some other stuff to talk about. Because also I saw on Instagram too, let's talk about Sarah Paulson's spine. When Michael Landon is kind of like, let me see your body, she's kind of like, no. It's kind of like, well, I'm the only one that can really help you get out of here, so let me see. And he takes open her dress, and there's like some weird...
She has like scoliosis, but like protruding out of her.
I don't even know how to do it.
It looks pretty gnarly. It's like a really, really bad, I don't know. It's probably why she's using a cane.
Something like that,
And she's very ashamed of this, and he wanted to see her shame, basically.
He wants to see everyone's shame. He wants to get to the root of your fears and your insecurities to expose you who you really are.
So he saw that, and she goes, does that get me into the safe house? And he goes, no. And she's like, okay, dick, and she leaves. But pretty much almost immediately following that, she finds the couple in bed together.
Emily and Thomas are Romeo and Juliet of this season.
They had sex.
What? You're not supposed to do that! But actually, you are supposed to do that.
Yeah, she made that up. That's what we were talking about. So she had made up her own rules before Langdon came along, and Langdon caught her. Basically was like, they are allowed to have sex. We're trying to repopulate the earth. Why did you make that a rule? And she's like, well, I was told by somebody, and then I destroyed the note afterwards because that's what
Well, that's weird because I write all the notes.
Yeah, he was kind of like, bitch, you lying.
I caught you in a lie. I'm the Antichrist. I know everything.
Yeah, pretty much. So she's not really on his good side right now. But they still punish them for having sex. They're about to go shoot them. Pretty much.
And honestly, you gotta think about there's not that many people left on planet Earth, and we're gonna shoot probably about 10% of them.
They were chosen for their genes, by the way. They're the only ones there that were chosen to be there. They didn't pay their way there or just catch an extra ticket there. They're there because they were chosen, and they're gonna go try to kill them. So, anyways,
smart.
They take them to shoot them.
But Romeo's is kind of like,
Thomas,
oh, hell no, we're not going to do that.
Grabs the gun out of the hand.
Punches somebody.
I almost punched you in the face.
Yeah, like
and
that.
And then he shoots.
Oh, wildly.
And who gets the bullet?
What?
Kathy Bates.
Oh, my God. What happened after that?
Well, she's an android.
She starts releasing out milk. I think it was milk. It was milk. Hi, how you doing? You just want to focus on that? Sorry, everyone else. But she starts tripping out some milk.
She's
maybe
leaking
some,
milk.
Glue, some
She gets shot in her stomach, and then she pulls up her shirt, and it's like tattered apart, like she was like sewed together, and it's like bleeping lights in there, and all this like milk blood is coming out, and she's like, "Oh my God, what am I?" And she's pretty much like, I thought she was infected at first, but then Julia pointed out that she's blinking from the inside, so it looks like she's a robot.
We got some Westworld stuff happening.
Why don't you talk about your theory for what could be going on with her? Because I thought it was pretty interesting.
One of the theories, I don't know how truthful this is, but I thought maybe it's like a really weird out there, just like, what? How weird would that be? Because from the Coven, Kathy Bates plays La Madame something something of the other. And they cut off her head. But she cannot die, so she's always still alive. Maybe they took that head and planted it on this android milk releasing lady. And that's kind of like Madame Blabda with vampire lesbian Kathy Bates. Who knows? But that's another way of crossing
Lesbian Dracula.
over to the Coven season.
So Michael is asking, is she an android or a zombie like the horse? And then he didn't see the lights. She says, call her soon.
Okay, I'll call you soon, Candy.
Thanks, Cassandra.
You're the best. Miss you. I'm getting fans.
Yeah, I think that that's a possible theory. I'm not sure what else she could be. Maybe she was infected and they tried to save her by sort of rebuilding her body for her. I don't know.
I mean, Camille, yeah, there was light behind there. So if you actually go back to that scene, you'll see kind of like
Camille,
there's like light, that's like flashing, you know?
Yeah, I had to rewatch it. She had to show me that because at first I didn't see that. What did you guys think it was when you first saw it? My first thought was she was infected.
I mean, could she be an alien of some sort? You know, maybe she's not even like really going to be affected by nuclear things. Could she be an alien? I don't know.
It seemed like she was pretty shocked as well. But also...
she just got shot. I would be shocked as well if I just got shot. But she
seemed kind of like, what's going on?
If I just got shot, things are plugging out of me. I'd be kind of like,
I think she was unaware of what she is. That's my theory right now. Is that she thought she was normal, and then all of a sudden she's like, whoa, I didn't wake up this morning knowing that I was like a robot milk lady.
Sometimes I wake up every day and it's like, I don't know, it's going to be this awesome. It happens. Well, anyway, so that's how the episode ends.
Okay, but there's also an after credits thing. Yes. So there is an image, if you watch past the credits. What did Katie say? Can you guys try to fix
I think we refresh the page, we lose our stream.
Yeah, sorry. We're about to end anyways. If there were any more questions in there, let us know. But we will lose the live stream if we refresh.
Yes.
Okay, so if you watch past the credits, there's this little boy, which is Langdon as a young boy is what we're assuming. And he's blowing out a birthday cake. And there are like way more candles on that cake. It's basically covered in candles. So he's way older than what he appears to be. And as he blows out his candles, the whole world blows with him. And we see trees flying past him, and we see like the apocalypse basically forming. And then there's a nuclear bomb going off behind him. And it's kind of like, okay, so is it because he came of age that the apocalypse came to be? Like, that's very symbolic for this season.
I mean, but also the timeline doesn't add up, you know, because Murder House took place in 2010, I believe it was. And right now it's still 2019. So how did he get so... lost my train of thought. How do you grow up so fast with being so young in a way?
Yeah, like that's been something that has been since he was like a baby, is that he was aging very rapidly, is what we...
No, you can't, no.
Julia really doesn't want to do this, Katie. It's not working. You can't. 3 watching now. I don't know how to see the... Oh, wait, right here? Balthazar Brat. Are we not going to talk about Kathy Bates as an android? You really should figure out what's wrong with your YouTube chat message. Viewer interaction is the main point of YouTube Live. The season is supposed to be in the near future.
Well, it's supposed to be 2019.
Yes, near future. It is. Are we still live on YouTube, by the way? If we click a different tab.
I do not know.
I don't know if it like
freezes
it. Okay.
Hi,
yeah, so she could be an android. I don't know. I don't. I mean, that's what they're basically making it.
That's the cliffhanger of the episode.
Yeah, obviously. Like I knew as soon as we saw that the episode was over, because that's the thing that people are going to be trying to figure out.
What's happening there, and also just a little bit more sprinkle on kind of like what's going to happen next episode when I believe it was Evan Peters hanging out inside a little room where the song plays. The song has changed. No one acknowledges it, even though the other song, The Morning After, has been playing for 18 months straight.
Yeah, no one acknowledges that the song changed. That should be a big deal. I would be so happy.
I'd be kind of like, oh my God, guys, we got a new jam right now. But you want to know who it is singing? Stevie Nicks. And if you do remember the Coven, she's a big part. She is a witch. So maybe people are not really acknowledging it. It's kind of like, hey, like the witches are starting slowly coming into you without you even really acknowledging it. Like, I believe in the next episode 3, we'll see flashbacks. I'm hoping for the flashbacks to actually understand kind of like how the Coven and Murder House come together, and just also see kind of like the gaps that were in between the 18 months that they were there. Because some stuff must have happened within those 18 months. Maybe nothing, I really don't know, but stuff is going to happen.
So
Yes.
you're thinking that next episode is going to be primarily flashbacks.
I think the next episode is going to probably focus on the coven a little bit. I'm hoping so.
The unseen moments of
Yes.
the coven.
But we also know what I'm really excited for. I'm not sure what episode it will be in, but just the Lang does make an appearance back as Constance, the mother of Tate, the Antichrist. But I believe that one will be a flashback.
Such a happy family.
I know. Well, also there's Viv, and I also know that Misty Day is also going to come back, and that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Lily Rabe, I believe her name is one of my favorites. So we have a lot more witches coming back, and a lot more old faces coming back. All of even Vivian and the dad from Murder House is coming back too. Sarah Paulson is going to be playing Cordelia Fox from the Coven. Also Billie Jean Dean from Murder House, and also the character she's playing now. She's going on a bunch of different things.
She is just going ham, man.
And also Teresa Farming will come back too to play her witch character, and also the daughter from Murder House. So
everybody's coming back.
Everybody's coming back. It's kind of like, is it all going to put on one episode or multiple different episodes? Because also Ryan Murphy also said that during episode 5 will be a game changing for the whole season.
Ooh,
so we got
2 more episodes.
2 more episodes to see kind of like what is a game changing
3
thing?
more episodes.
Yeah.
So let's quickly talk about the comments we got on last week's episode's video. The Raven 7456 on YouTube said, great video. What I find really weird is why so few people in the shelter and only 2 with special DNA. If you want to start a new world, you kind of need way more people than that.
Right.
So, but what if they're trying to start a new world of just like witches and warlocks?
That's
like,
what I believe.
Yeah, like they're going to try to procreate purebloods.
Oh, Voldemort's dream is coming true.
Pretty much. You got to start small and have a lot of incest. And then Cameron Jurina said cooperative and sanctuary are the words you struggled for. Thank you.
I struggle a lot more than just that. But thank you so much.
Thank you very much for watching, guys. And be sure to comment. Even if we missed you live,
We're
we will
sorry.
read your comments
Who's the one who's been
next week's.
Balthazar
Brat.
Sorry, Balthazar Brat.
Yeah, sorry we didn't see your messages until later, but I hope that we addressed them all. And thank you so much for commenting. And we will see you guys next week for episode 3 of American Horror Story.
Oh my goodness! The Coven! Let's watch the Coven! Yes! Make it come back! Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Yay! Yeah! Mwah! How you doing?